Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. And yes, we know that today is St. Patrick's Day, right? Everyone's out wearing the green and excited. Let me just tell y'all my quick philosophy on this, too. I believe that nothing you have is because of luck or chance. It's all due to God's grace and favor. Again, this is Kim Jacobs personally saying it, not the views of the Kim Jacobs Show by any means, stretch or form. So celebrate, wear your green. I'm not going to let people pinch me and all that good stuff. So I have my green on today too. But okay, let's go ahead and have a great episode. We have a wonderful group of women here today in the studio, the authors of My Walk Past Hell. So you're going to be getting to know each and every one of them just a little bit better as we go today throughout today's broadcast. Welcome, ladies. All right. I know everybody's muted right now, so we're going to hear from them as they go ahead and introduce themselves very shortly. So let's go ahead and kick our party off here and have a great episode. We're going to learn how to walk past hell today on the Kim Jacobs Show. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone. It is the Kim Jacobs Show, and we have the authors of My Walk Past Hell right here in the Kim Jacobs studio today. And you ladies look lovely today. So thank you so much for being here on today's episode. We're going to jump right in because I know you all will have questions. If you do have questions, make sure you type those questions in the comment section and we'll pull those questions right in and give you a chance to get your questions answered, especially if you have a question of a specific author. Then ask those questions because they all have different stories that they have to share. So we're going to get started and first start with the person that collaborated this entire project, which is Dr. Yolanda Jerry. Dr. Yolanda Jerry is an advocacy. Her advocacy is centered at the heart of every philanthropist. Echoing that notion at its finest is the diversified professional, Dr. Yolanda Jerry herself. She's a retired Air Force veteran, best-selling author, speaker, business guru, and CEO and founder of YJ Empowerment Solutions, LLC, and YJ Inspires. She's a multidisciplinary advocacy, and she also has a program centered around that, invented to help clients push beyond their past traumas. If you're dealing with trauma of any sort, this is the woman that you want to connect with. She is also affectionately known as Empowerment Advocate. Welcome, Dr. Yolanda Jerry. How are you?
Hi, Kim. I'm glad to be here for the third week? Yay.
Yes. And you know what? Tell everybody why it's been 3 weeks, because there are how many authors in this book called, tell us about it. I'll give it to you.
We have a total of 30 authors, 31 if you were to include me. The book, My Walk Past Hell, is a book that's going to be a tearjerker. It's going to take you through the lives of these powerful, phenomenal women who literally have had some hell in their life. And all I can say is that we have individuals that have been through some real trauma. So I know every day somebody deals with trauma, but literally when I was even reading some of these chapters and they were turning these chapters in, they took me on the emotional roller coaster. So if they took me on this roller coaster, just imagine what will happen when the reader, you get this book. I'm telling you, tears, like literally, if I had makeup on, all this was smeared by the time I was done. I probably look like a totally different person.
Wow. Well, Dr. Jerry, I want people to be able to stay connected with you. So let them know how they can stay connected with you as the person that pulled this whole project together.
They can reach me via my website, www.IamYolandaJerry.com, and you can find me on all social media platforms under YJ Empowers.
Excellent, excellent. Now, Dr. Jerry, what is it that you want the readers to walk away with after reading this particular book?
I want them to mainly know that they are not alone. You know, a lot of times we as women or just individuals, period, think that we're the only one going through hell. But truth be told, there's a lot of people who suffer in silence. And those individuals who are suffering in silence, if they read this book, they'll see they're not alone. But not only that, they'll see that there is hope and life after trauma.
That's good. You are not alone, and that there's hope and life after trauma. And that is a difficult thing to grasp, because not everyone feels like that when they're going through. So that's why I like the fact that you said they walked past, right? Walk past hell. Let me pull this up. Thanks to you allowing this to be the big reveal today. I want to give you the chance to tell people what they're seeing here. So give me a second, and I'm going to do a drum roll. Tell us what we're seeing here.
You see the official book cover for My Walk Past Hell, the front and also the back, where you'll see the featured and the forward author on the front, and you'll see the contributing rest of the authors on the back. But what I want you to key in on is look at that woman walking past hell. She's not standing there. She is walking past hell. And I just want to give a shout out to Shadaria Allison. She is the one that actually created this book cover with my vision in mind.
Wow. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. And that just says it all. That lady's like, the fire is behind me. The fire is behind me.
Absolutely.
Let me pull everybody up. Just by, I know we got but just by some snappy fingers. How do y'all feel about your book cover? It's like, yeah. Congratulations on letting that vision come to pass, Dr. Jerry. It is just beautifully portrayed and illustrated to you and your illustrator. I'm quite impressed. Okay, I'm super impressed. Okay, so we're going to go to Mavis, who is also here today. Let me go over here to you, Mavis, and pull you in front and center for a second so I can introduce you to everyone. Mavis Creagh is a consultant, a director, writer, speaker. She's a best-selling author, and she's also a women's advocate, an entrepreneurial strategist, columnist, and she has her own show online as well. She currently serves as the executive director of R3SM Inc., which is Recover, Rebuild, and Restore Southeast MS. Now, she is the founder of a nonprofit organization founded following the Hurricane Katrina. That's what that organization is, R3SM Inc. She also has extensive knowledge of recovery following natural disasters, with a foundation in revitalization of communities, philanthropy, and economic development. Listen, if many of us have experienced some we need economic revitalization. So this is a very necessary area. Over the past 4 years, she's provided oversight to 30 new constructions and 100 plus repair projects. And through her leadership, R3SM now owns and operates the fully renovated historic 10,000 square feet volunteer house, wow, which is a true community asset that offers administrative offices, small event venues, and so many other areas that you can look into. This is amazing. She is also a consultant with We Women Ministries. She's a consulting as a coach and as a brand specialist. She also walks by faith and has 2 series that she started, Walk by Faith and Making Moves, which is highlighting people making positive moves. Okay, Mavis, you have a lot of gifts and talents wrapped up inside of you. Tell us more about yourself, and even tell us about your chapter in your book, My Walk Past Hell.
Well, I'm so thankful to be here on today. I consider it an honor to be connected with such beautiful and illustrious ladies. I'm just a small town girl that has been thrust into my purpose. I believe we all have seasons of of our lives. And what that looks like is from every season, sometimes you take baggage with you. And so sometimes on the outside, it looks polished. I'm an executive director now, but I started out as a case manager with R3SM after Hurricane Katrina, and just my journey and what that looks like and the baggage that you pick up along the way and how you internalize that and allow yourself to be mistreated if you don't get it in check. So my chapter is really about that, turning pain into praise and what that looks like. And it's a a journey. So anybody who's been through a situation that's been tumultuous, that's been painful, that has been really, I just see somebody like your flesh being clawed from the inside out. That's how I felt at times. But even with those situations, you can still turn that pain into praise and turn that situation around. And I give the Most High all the glory, even from those hellish situations that were meant to, I truly believe, to destroy me and to kill me spiritually. And sometimes I believe even physically. And you can, if I can bounce back from it, you can bounce back from it too.
Oh my goodness. That you know what? You said a mouthful right there. So many women that are watching today's broadcast, and men as well. We have experienced, and I say we because I put myself in there too. We've experienced some things that feel like hell on earth, you know? And like you say, if you can just bounce back from it and get through that season, carry that baggage and get on out of it, that is the life transforming situation. So what advice, Mavis, do you have for people to be able to just get through and get that pain and get rid of it and moving into the new direction of their lives?
Go with a big G-O and capital letters, go. If God say move, move. If God say shift, shift. It don't matter what it looked like. I had to leave with my previous relationship and pack up everything in my truck with me and my son. And how humiliating was that to be a director and to tell your dad, like the day before you moving, go. And he asked no questions. He didn't say, well, what is this supposed to look like? But to just know that everything is going to be all right. And if God say, I have you and I'm walking beside you and this is what I have for your life, it don't matter what it look like. It don't matter what people say, how you feel. Move forward.
Wow.
I don't know who that's for today. God is telling you to shift, pivot, move. Go. Don't just, it don't matter what it look like, go.
When you're saying go, it's just sending something all throughout my insides. If you're hearing that thing resonating down in your spirit, type the word go in the comment section.
Go.
If the word go is resonating in your spirit as Mavis is talking, just as you say it a couple more times, Mavis.
Go. Don't matter what it look like, don't matter what it feel like, your emotions really don't matter, go. Do it. Just, even if you gotta go with the clothes on your back, even if you gotta, if he's telling you to move in business, there's shift or pivot. I see somebody now crying because they wanna stay, but God is telling them to go. And that's in relationships, business, life, work, journal, whatever God is telling you to do right now in this moment, and your purpose, stand on the word, go. It ain't nothing else about it.
Woo! Okay, y'all heard it right from Mavis herself saying go, go, go. I see you, Miata. I see all of y'all saying, Dr. Jerry, you said walk by faith, trust God. And people are saying hello, ladies. Jamila said hello. I think she's one of your co-authors. Everybody's saying go. Brenda said go. Sheila said go. Andrea Belk said go. Veronica said go. Go with what you have on the clothes on your back. Go, go, go. Josephine said go. You name it. Everybody's agreeing with you, Mavis. And we are committed to going into our new destiny, our new purposes. So thank you so much. Jill, I'm going to pull you up here and introduce you right now. I'm so excited to have you here on the Kim Jacobs Show. And we're going to talk with Jill Hunter. She's an author, life and confidence coach, serial entrepreneur, Yoni health and wellness specialist. She encourages, uplifts, and brings positive energy that builds confidence. It builds confidence in a world that sets limits and boundaries. Her motto is, why live each day on empty when you can live self-full?
That's right. I mean, that's one thing about it. Once you are self-full and is whole within yourself and love yourself, then it'll be easier to love others and you'll know how to love somebody else. So,
that's so good. That's so good. So when you learn how to love yourself, you can love other people better, is what I'm hearing you say, right?
That's correct. Yes.
And what advice do you give people to love themselves better? How do they do that?
Well, first you have to know, um, do I actually love myself? That's a question because I know a lot of people probably have said, just love yourself. And some people don't really know what that means. But that's setting boundaries. That's
Mm,
knowing when to say no, knowing when to take out time for yourself. Um, just letting people know that you hold something that's very important, which is yourself. If you don't take care of you, you can't take care of others. And
that's
I
good.
always use this analogy saying, like they tell you on the airplane, if something happens, you secure your mask first, and then you help your neighbor
That's
to
right.
secure theirs. So, I mean, it's just one thing about, just knowing who you are, where you're going, and your purpose.
That's really, really good. Love yourself, set the boundaries, take care of yourself first, and then you can take care of other people. All of these are so important, and the tips that you're sharing. Do you want to share a little bit more about your chapter, or what are you able to reveal? I know we have to buy the book, but what can you reveal today?
Okay, well, I can reveal the name of the chapter of my book is the beauty of a breakthrough, and it's oh yes, the beauty of a breakthrough. When you learn that you can get past hell, you can get past that thing you thought that you were stuck in, then you can pretty much do anything. And so mine is like, I am the rose that grew through the concrete. When you see a rose or anything growing through the concrete, you think to yourself, like, how in the world did this nourishment come from?
Mm,
That's the crack. So we have to look at ourselves the same way, like
mm.
just determined, resilient, just never giving up, never quitting, just keep going.
Bro, the rose that grew in the concrete.
Yes.
I'm typing that right there. Y'all, everybody, you need to type that. Jill Hunter said it right here on the Kim Jacobs Show, that you are the rose that grew in the concrete. You know that'll preach right there, Jill.
The preacher all by itself.
All by itself. I'm the rose that grew in the concrete. That's a quote right there that you saw and heard right here on the Kim Jacobs Show from Jill Hunter. So when you talk about being that rose that grew in the concrete, make sure you give credit to Jill Hunter. You heard it here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Any other advice you have that you want to share right now with everyone, Jill? Because I can't wait to get the book just to read your chapter too.
Okay, well, I do. In fact, I have a few things here I wanted to share with everybody.
Come on.
People without them knowing themselves. These are things that you can know. It's the reason how you know how you care about yourself. When
Yeah.
you're happy, when you look in the mirror and you love what you see, right? Um, when you appreciate yourself, okay? When you have strong connections, like collaborations with lovely women, just like the women that is right in our group and what we're doing now. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. You just don't know how much. But then when you trust your gut feeling, that thing in your gut that tells you don't do this or do this, you have to love yourself and trust yourself to know that is it. The first voice, that tells you to go. Just like Miss Mavis was saying.
Yes.
You have a killer sense of style. Okay. Your style is, it just shows on you. It glows. You have that glow on you, and you are authentic, and you fuel your body with sleep and plenty of water. So those are some tips that you will know that you love yourself and that you care for you. And when that happens, you'll feel it and people will see it, and you just radiate. It just radiates through just your appearance, really.
I love it. I love it. We type in everything you're saying here, and I'm gonna put this in this comment section. And you guys have just such powerful words of wisdom and encouragement. even I know you're a contributing author to the book, but I'm also excited about the fact that you're sharing these additional tips that you have based on some of the things that you bring to life, to the universe, to the world. And so this is such great information. So you have to have that killer sense of style, fill your body with water, be authentic. Jill Hunter is saying a mouthful right here on the show. So thank you so much, Jill. How can people stay connected with you?
Well, they can stay connected with me on my social media platform, which is Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Just Jill Hunter. I said Just Jill 94. I'm in LinkedIn.
Like JUST, Just Jill?
Just Jill
94. Okay, on Instagram, right?
Yes.
All right. All right, we're going to put that up here too, just so you all can stay connected with Jill Hunter. And here's her information. It's Jill Hunter on Facebook and Just Jill 94 on Instagram. Make sure you stay connected with her. And each of these authors are invited to come back to the Kim Jacobs Show, because I can imagine having a full episode with each of you all individually, just talking about some other things too. So feel free, you can come back and book yourself to be a guest right on the show anytime. All right, so we're going to keep it moving with Valerie. I'm going to put you up here, Valerie. I'm glad to have you
Hello, everyone.
Okay, if y'all are learning something here on the Kim Jacobs Show today with these wonderful authors of My Walk Past Hell, for those that are just tuning in, we're talking with 6 of the 30 authors that are here in today's studio, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. The main author and person that put this entire project together is Dr. Yolanda Jerry. And I'm just going to pull her back over for a second for those that may not have heard her initial introduction. She is the primary author and the person that invited these 30 authors to collaborate on this wonderful project. And I like to also just pull this phenomenal book cover up one more time. I have to keep showing that throughout today's broadcast. And tell them what they're seeing in that image of the fire, Dr. Jerry, right quick.
That is the woman that's not standing in hell. She is walking past hell.
My God. My God, she walking past it. The fire is behind her. Okay. So we're going to go right over here to Valerie. Valerie Mcknight is attaining an outstanding quality of life, is not surrendered to materialistic gain, but an introspective relationship with God, people, and herself. Personifying this awareness is the compassionate and professional Valerie Mcknight-Brooks. She is an author, a singer, songwriter, recording artist, and holds degrees in healthcare and theology. Her mantra is clear: forgive, heal, and win. Welcome, Valerie. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Now, you cannot have a voice that speaks like that and then not belt out one little tune. So at some point in your mind, I want you to get your mind right to sing just something. Now, it doesn't have to be a whole verse, but you can't talk. You talk amazing. You talk angelic.
Of course. It's God's amazing grace that has me here.
Oh,
Yes.
talk to us, Valerie.
Hello, everyone. I just want to I'm just so happy to be here. And I'm very, very happy that the visionary, Dr. Yolanda Jerry, connected with me and grabbed me by the horn and said, come on here, girl. You got more work to do. And I'm just very grateful to be in the presence of all these beautiful queens, and as well as you, Miss Jacobs, for allowing us to be on your show.
Well, I am so glad to have you today, Valerie. Now, let me ask you, in your chapter, what can people expect to walk away learning?
Actually, people can walk away with learning how to forgive, heal, and win. That's the biggest part of my chapter, and that's what it shows. And when you go through different things, such as I did, and I'll bring it forth in the chapter, the title of my chapter is God's Amazing Grace. When you're, I just want to say, when you're a small child from birth up until now, all you know is singing praises to God and being in the forefront of ministry. when different situations and trials hit you, it's very, very hard to maintain the life of a child in ministry and to deal with all those things that literally crush you. Well, that's what my chapter is about. It's about learning to continually walk in faith through the trials that God has given to each of us and being a yielded vessel. In order to do that, we have to forgive ourselves, forgive those people who have harmed us, forgive all the things that we feel that we did or we did not do, and crawl into the arms of a loving Father. And that's when the real healing and winning takes place.
My
Get the book,
God.
you'll enjoy it.
Oh my goodness, my God. Then what you're saying is falling into the arms of a loving Father. That
Yes.
right there says it all. We're safe in his arms, right?
Yes, we're safe. And you know what? One thing about it, you can have an earthly father and you can have spiritual father. But when you have that spiritual father from the gift of God, from him himself, it'll put you in a whole different direction and you can rest in him to know that everything is going to be all right.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay. Now listen, if y'all want to hear Valerie, you gonna sing a little something, something, Valerie? Like
Yes,
okay,
I
don't do
sure
it yet. Now we got to get some audience participation. If
will. All right.
if y'all want to hear Valerie sing something, put sang SANG. Sang Valerie. Okay, so if y'all want to hear Valerie sing, y'all got to put SANG in the comments. I'm going to take a commercial break and then we're going to come back. And if we have enough sangs, we'll see. I'll let Valerie belt out a tune or two. Okay, today's episode is sponsored by Attorney Kenneth D. Snow. If you have issues that you're dealing with, yesterday he came on and talked about a legal moment with Attorney Snow, and he talked about having a bicycle accident with a vehicle and shared the details of how that can even be legal representation needed. So there are so many different areas that he covers, but if you're having some situations and you're in the Charlotte and surrounding areas or in the South Carolina area, make sure you reach out to Attorney Kenneth D. Snow.
I'm Attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
And stay connected with the Kim Jacobs Show. Did you type sang? SANG? We'll see. All right, let's see who typed sang over here in these comments and if it's enough over here to let you belt out. Let's see. I'm so proud of all of my Walk Past Hell authors. Love these queens. Love these queens. Good morning, ladies. Okay, good morning, Sandy. Let's see. Did we see some sangs during the break? Oh, okay. So yes. Veronica says sang. Sylvia, my mommy's on here, and she says sang. Andrea Belk says sang. Okay. Josephine. Okay. Dr. Jerry, Andrea, everybody want to hear you sing. Okay. Come on. Let's go ahead and let's see what you're made of over there, which we know you made of some great stuff. Go ahead.
There are some things I may not know. Oh, there are some places I just can't go, but I am sure of this one thing: my God is real, for I can feel him in my soul.
Wow. Wow, my God is real. My God is real, and I can
He's
feel
real
him.
in my soul.
I can feel him in my soul. In him in my soul. I'm typing that right there. That right there is that's what I'm putting up from Valerie right there. Valerie. My goodness, Valerie. You just blessed us today right here
Thank
tonight.
you. Blessing me too.
You doing way more than being an author. You got that level of a gift. You're an
I know.
international superstar singer.
That's why Dr. Jerry put the whip on me and she dragged me. She said, "You better come on here, girl." When
Wow.
Dr. Jerry speaks, everybody listens.
Yes, Dr. Jerry. See, that's important. You are definitely a great leader of a great tribe of women that understand their gifts and their purpose and their talents. My goodness. Okay, my God is real and I can feel him in my soul. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Wow. Okay, Lee. Where are you, Lee? Let's rock and roll. We get ready to come over here and introduce Lee. Thank you so much, Lee, for being here today. Lee is an author, speaker, business guru, and the CEO and founder of Alexandum Coaching, a multifaceted coaching specialty centered around helping clients to increase their self-confidence, reclaim their personal power, and rediscover their identity so that they can successfully achieve their goals. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. And also attain the life that they have desired most. Reputed for her impressive 23-year career as a C-suite executive and senior leader, Lee proves her tenure in people management, career coaching to be quintessential, equipping her with the dedication and insight needed to help clients transform their very own lives. Her mantra is show up with confidence, speak with authority, and let's do this. Let's get some things done. That's her mantra. Oh my goodness. She also merges an ability to help others and a deep sentiment for education, authorship, advocacy, communal service, and she holds multiple degrees as well. Wow. She's also served in her country as a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, and she is responsible for guiding others to success. Welcome, Lee Mariano.
Thank you, Kim.
Did I get that right?
You did.
Okay, so Lee, talk to us about all of the different gifts and talents God's blessed you with, and then tell us a little bit about your chapter.
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, Kim, thank you for having us on your show today. This is so wonderful. I don't even know how I'm supposed to go now that Valerie has given us all that blessing with her song, but I'm just going to do the best I can, but I loved it. So, I've had my life has been a journey. I have gone through my ups and downs. I've gone through the good times and the bad. As my bio mentioned, I am a U.S. Marine Corps veteran. I actually joined the Marines right out of high school because I knew that I wanted something different for myself. And in the Marines, I actually did court martials. I did JAG investigations, right? Who knew that that would be my career in the Marine Corps? And when I got out, I wanted a different career. I knew that there was something in me that could be more than what I was. And so I focused, I worked, and I ascended the corporate ladder, getting to that coveted C-suite position. I also started writing in 2009, and I published 39 books that are now on Amazon. I'm a USA Today best-selling author of romance novels. So that's a little different, but romance novels were my escape. And so I've taken different paths. I've taken different journeys. I am a domestic abuse survivor, and that experience really changed my life. It made me into the person that I am today, even with all the good that I have done, even with all of the things that I have accomplished. Someone meeting me today would say, wow, Lee has a successful life. She's done all the things. She's made herself into this new version, and she got to that C-suite. She has that USA Today bestselling author title. She's done all the things. But what people don't know and realize is that at one point in my life, I was so broken. I was beat down. I was a shell of myself based on my ex-husband and what I allowed him to do to me. What I allowed him to do to me was minimize who I was as a person, as a woman, as a mother, until I came to my catalyst moment in that situation where I knew it was time for me to go. I'm going to use Mavis's word. I had that moment where I knew I had to stand up from the floor, literally, grab my child, and I had to run. Run, don't walk. I ran because I needed to escape. I needed to get out of that situation because if I didn't, that man was going to kill me. And when I did that, when I ran, literally using my command in the Marine Corps to say, get me out of here. To save my life, I need to leave. When I ran to Virginia, I reinvented myself. I became a different person. I looked at all the things that I had gone through and I said, no more. I'm not going to be that person any longer. I can escape. I can do something different. I can survive because I have already done so. And so that journey, that moment took me from who I was into who I am today. And it takes hard work. And I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that it was an easy transition. I still felt for many years that what happened to me was my fault until I had my own wake-up call. As I'm trudging through life, just trying to get through every single day, I realized that I was holding on to pain. I was holding on to things that didn't serve me. I didn't know who I was. I didn't recognize the own power that I had inside of me. I didn't realize that I had actually lost my voice and I hadn't recovered it. I was still silent. I was still that person that would curl into herself when confronted. And that was my moment to realize no more. And so my chapter is focused on that journey. What is that journey? Where was I? And how did I find the strength to stand up and move on and create a different future for myself? And hopefully that chapter will help others understand that no matter where they are today, what matters is where they finish, where they go, how they make that walk into the other side.
Wow, Lee. What matters is how you type that, Shannon, for me. What matters is how you finish, how you get to the other side. That's a quote by Lee Mariano right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. That is such a powerful chapter. So let me just go to this view for a second. Are we saying that tell people, you're saying to get to identifying who they truly are, what's that one thing that you're saying to them?
So what I'm saying, here's what I would challenge everyone to do for themselves, is to know who you are without the labels that society, culture, your family has placed on you. Who are you at the core? Who are you, Kim? When Kim is alone, when there's no one else around, when there's no one else pulling at you, who is Kim? What are the thoughts that go through your head? How do you feel? How do you want to walk into this world? If you had no limits, no restrictions, who are you as a person? And I challenge everyone to think about that. Think about who you are. If you weren't mother, sister, daughter, friend, whoever, whatever those labels are, CHRO, CEO, CFO, those titles are a construct that puts you in binds. It binds you. And it actually limits what you are capable of, because we live to those expectations and we live to those titles. So remove it, get rid of it, get rid of all of it. And at the core, find out who you are.
Oh,
that's
yes.
how
Everybody's saying yes, yes, yes. And don't forget to type Dr. Jerry Tribe too. Don't forget that hashtag. Make sure y'all put that on there. Wow, wow. As Dr. Jerry said, make sure you're sharing this broadcast. I don't care if you're starting a watch party later when it's a convenient time for you and your family. Make sure you're sharing this information from these powerful women that are here today on the Kim Jacobs Show. Lee, how can people stay connected with you?
Well, they can reach me on my website. They can just type in alexadomcoach.com and it will actually come right up. And they can find ways to reach out to me. And they can also contact me on Facebook. And they can search for me under Lee Mariano, or they can search for me under Alexadom Coaching. Either way will get to me, and I'm happy to hear from anyone who wants to talk.
Excellent. You guys, make sure you stay connected with Lee Mariano, and please make sure you follow all of the different ways to do that, because there's some great information that these women are sharing. We're going to take another commercial break, and today's episode is also sponsored by Hunter & Everidge Law Firm. They deal with a lot of the Social Security and disability cases, also with personal injury cases, and they also deal with, if you're dealing with workers' compensation and you're in the Charlotte area near the Monroe Road area, definitely take a listen to what Attorney Charles Everidge is saying in this commercial.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented, and I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work, work with Hunter & Everidge. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
And make sure when you do reach out to either of the attorneys, let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show did send you their way. We are excited to be able to introduce Ms. Rita Green next, and looking forward to hearing what you have to say with your beautiful bright smile as well. Rita Green is recently transitioned from a corporate 9-to-5 to entrepreneurship as the owner of, and then tell me how to pronounce this. Is it
just like the word of the day, go?
Oh, with Go Fig Company, a boutique digital marketing and project management firm. She's, aside from being a business owner, she prides herself at being a wife, a mother, a benefactress, and a humanitarian. And I want to go back and just read that one more time so it flows completely. Rita Green recently transitioned from a corporate 9-to-5 job to entrepreneurship as the owner of Go Fig Company, a boutique digital marketing and project management firm. Aside from being a business owner, she prides herself on being a wife, a mother, a benefactress, and a humanitarian. So I am super excited to have you, Rita Green, here today. Tell us you got a lot of different things in there. Tell us about Go Fig Company, how you're a benefactress, and some of the things that you want to talk to us about.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me here on the show. Thank you, Dr. Yolanda Jerry, for being my pusher and my friend. I just want to say that hearing you read that small snippet of my life is indicative of what God can do when you put him at the head. If you would have told me 5 years ago that that's what someone would have been saying about me, I wouldn't have believed it. So just to hear you on this platform say those things about me and to be true just makes my spirit jump for joy. It's just another testament of how God can take you from one place and bring you to another. I was in corporate America for about the last 5 years until COVID-19 hit. I got a phone call saying that my department, as well as me, was going to be laid off indefinitely. Wow. And some people may have taken that as hurt. Some might have seen it as a painful situation. Some might have seen it as a walk past hell. But me, I saw it as an opportunity. I saw it as an opportunity to birth what I had been growing inside of me all along. It's hard to be a CEO sitting at an associate's desk, and you're meant for more. You're supposed to lead. You have more to give to the world. And sometimes, as Lee stated, we're in these boxes. We're confined to a title, whether that title is a sales manager or a CEO, or the title is a IT person, or whatever it is. we find ourselves in these boxes and these titles, and sometimes those titles work for us, but then there's other times when we just want to bust out. And I'm the type of person that I need to push, hence me being in this book. Dr. Jerry said, you know, you're going to be in this book, right? Go ahead and get it together. This is when your stuff is due. So God did me the same way. I'm shutting the world down and I'm taking your job away from you. Now, what you going to do? You're going to barbecue a meal do. Just like Mavis said, I had to go.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So that cubicle or whatever was thinking that it was holding you down is not something that you had to break free of it to become who God really purposed and destined for you to become. So now that you've transitioned to this new journey of entrepreneurship, how has it been for you?
It's been wonderful. It's been a blessing, and my cup runneth over. Sometimes it's hard to handle. Sometimes I want to cry. I work more for myself than I did at a 9-to-5. 40 hours does not see me at 40 plus 40, honestly. But, you know, I'd rather work 100 hours a week for myself to build an empire for me and my children than to work 40 hours for somebody else. And then when I die, I can't leave it to my kids. So I'm going to do what I'm doing every day, and I'm going to be happy in doing it. I might sweat. I might cry. I might have to take a 12 o'clock afternoon bath just to calm down. Okay. But I'm going to still get up every day and be the entrepreneur that I was supposed to be.
Wow. 9 to 5. That's a quote right there. I'm typing that right there. That's the quote. 9 to 5 versus working for herself. Rita Green says she gonna let me type that right there. Rita Green. That's your quote right there. I am going to work for myself than work for a 9 to 5. Harder than she works for a 9 to 5? No, she's gonna work harder for herself than she does a 9 to 5. So instead of trying to shortcut herself, which a lot of times entrepreneurs do sometimes, it's like, oh, I'm working for myself, so I'm gonna sleep in, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna do all of this stuff. No. I'm a bust to the grind. I call that's my terminology. Sorry, I'm a bust to the grind for my own entrepreneurship opportunity. You know, I love it. And so, what can people expect to hear from read from your chapter?
So the title of my chapter is Loss Equals Life.
Woo!
Yes, loss equals life. And I talk about going through the motions and the processes of losing something very important, losing something that you've always dreamed of, or maybe you didn't dream of, losing things or individuals in your life that you wanted to see, that you wanted to surround yourself with. And I really talk about how to go through those motions genuinely, how to allow yourself to grieve, how to allow yourself to go through the pain, the anger, the depression, to go through whatever it is and just work that thing out. Because in the end, there's a plan for it all. Regardless of what the loss was and how often the loss occurred, there's still a plan in the end. And that plan will show itself. You just have to trust God and trust the process.
Wow. Okay. I really cannot wait to read your chapter. The day the book comes out, I need a FedEx copy of it. Bottom line, Dr. Jerry, I have to get a FedEx copy of the book because it's like I'm waiting. It's almost like a Lifetime movie. I'm waiting for the release. I'm like, what day they say that's going to come on? I'm excited about this coming out. This is like based on real, true events, not based on no story that you're seeing on the show. This is real life events. These women have walked past hell, and they're living witnesses to tell their story. I'm so grateful for you coming on, Rita. And make sure you tell us how people can stay connected with you.
Absolutely. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can find me at GoFig, and that's GEAUXFIG, on all platforms. If you want to connect with me personally, it's Rita M. Green.
Okay, GAGE.
GEAUX.
Okay. And that's on all social media platforms.
Correct.
Okay. This is on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Perfect. So we're going to put that up because I want to make sure people can stay connected with you. If you want to stay connected with this beautiful person, Rita Green, is Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, and it's GoFig Company. Make sure you stay connected with her. Wow. I cannot wait to read your chapter. So now we're going to have Sher. Sher is going to come and bless us to learn more about her chapter and what she brings to this wonderful world. Sher Graham embraces change. She creates calm from chaos. Dr. Mom That's what she is. Dr. Mom coach, consultant, educator, C-level executive, award winner, happy heart, a friend, legacy maker, empathy, storyteller, tall thought leader. A few words that simply describe Sher Graham. Her faith in God, universe, Mother Earth, Father, Sky, and the Spirit have given her life experiences through opportunities. She found that through the choices she made and the failures in life, they have brought her to where she is today. And with that comes USA best-selling author, champion domestic violence advocacy, and she herself is a proud survivor. Lee uses her experiences as a survivor to influence women to reinvent themselves, speak their personal truth, and begin again. Some of the many attributes she offers through her coaching practice. Her intention is clear. Lee wants women to stop hiding behind the labels that others have placed on them and to remain resolved to their purpose and the possibility of creating their own future. Welcome, Sher. Wow.
Thanks, Kim. You read some of Lee's bio, but actually the bios of each individual here relate to my life. So whichever bio you read, you'll get me as part of it. But thank you.
You know what? Let me say this. Let me say this right quick. I didn't realize. I think so. Okay.
That's okay. Thanks for having us on here, Kim.
Oh, yes. And so with that, so with that comes a responsibility to guide others to their success. And her clients and friends say that she just knows what I need in life and in business. That's you, right, Sher?
You got it, Kim.
Okay. So if you need advice, if you need resources or guidance, she is the go-to person to call. And at the age of 10, she had her aha moment, and she's going to tell us about that moment in a moment. I want to hear what your aha moment was, because you first started your business and some other things happened, but I'd like to hear what your aha moment is, Sher. So welcome, Sher, to the Kim Jacobs Show.
Thanks, Kim. Thank you for having us, and thanks each of the women that I'm very honored to have sharing this book with this year. I am a comeback person because I started my company when I was 10. I had a babysitting service. My aha moment was I was also a published author at the age of 10. And it was knowing who I was and what I could do. But I didn't do anything without God. My faith, no matter what I believe in, and when I say Father, Sky, and Mother Earth, I am part Indian by ancestry. So what I believe and how I believe and what I call my higher power is really all one. It's a higher spirit that helps guide me every day. But without God there, I would not be the person I am today. I think all of us have said that. God is my CEO of my company. He's the CEO of my life. I used to claim that I was the CEO of my company, and I don't anymore, because that meant that I could do it all. And I became a business person when I was it. You did everything, you knew you could help everybody, and you could do all of it. But I realized God has always been in my life. Even the times when my choices were not based on my faith, God was present. And I love that because he guided me in ways that I'm now learning and remembering what he did for me. There were times when, as I mentioned, we failed. I failed. But I am responsible for the choices I make. And that's something that when helping others to understand the trauma that they went through, asking how they feel, what is making them, what are the triggers, it makes sense. I'm a scientist, behavioral scientist by trade. So I study people. Beware, I might be studying you today. But I talk to people about how they communicate. They communicate with themselves first. You have to like yourself, to love yourself, right, to know who you are. And it wasn't until 5 years ago when I turned 65 that I met myself again, the authentic Sherry. Because like Lee, And like all of us, when we're in situations, we do reinvent ourselves because we did not like the person we were. We wanted to change. We set boundaries. We knew our worth and value. The title of my chapter is The Life Path God Gave Me. That says it all. There were days I did not want to be where I am. I grew up in Ohio, but I lived in a world where if you looked at the movie or the TV show Beaver Cleaver, like
Yes.
the Cleaver family in the 50s, life in my household was not always the Beaver Cleaver life on the show. And that's what my chapter is about. That's about all I'm going to tell you. Because
That's good.
the world that I lived in was, I learned the fear of God in a Christian home, which was not true. And more importantly, my value as a human being was never there. So I looked for love in all the wrong places. Not a good choice. I did not wait for God to give me and attract my two husbands. I was married 25 years apart at 25 and 50. And you'd have thought in 25 years I would have learned. No, I married the same type of personality in both of my ex-husbands. So the choices I made, it wasn't that I didn't know who I was. It was that I was lost. I was between a family where Christian values were there. I had great grandparents as role models, but then I left who I was because I am an empath. When you said, I just...
Okay. Right now, for a second, we're having just a technical glitch right there. Dr. Sher, Dr. Mom will be back in with some of her closing comments as well. Okay. Dr. Sher, are you back there?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
All I want to say is that God is first in my life. In everything that I do, in every intention that I make, every day, before a phone call, before I got on today, I made an intention of what I want to see happen, and then I pray. And to be an author with this group has taken me a lifetime. I write stories and tell other people's stories, but I kept my own hidden for so many years. When I moved to Mobile, because I came here from Atlanta, I shut down everything. I became a different person, didn't know who I was, didn't know what was happening or why God was sending me to the Gulf Coast. And there are days I woke up and I thought, why God am I here? Because I did not know who I was. And all I can say is everything that everyone else has said are my sentiments exactly. Like yourself first, know yourself, but be authentic. If you don't do anything, be the real you, no matter what.
That is such incredible advice. That is such incredible advice. God is in every aspect of her life, and be the real you. Let's put that. Be the real you. If somebody type that, be the real you is what Sher Graham is saying. And that is such profound wisdom that if you can be your real authentic self, then guess what? Everything else is going to work out. Even if you make mistakes or whatever the case may be, any things that happen, guess what? It's going to be okay, because God's going to work it out for you and make it all come together just fine. And it doesn't have, none of us are perfect. And that's why anytime I say to Sher in every aspect of my life, I say, Lord, if it's your will. If it's not your will, I don't even want it to be done. Okay. So that's what I ask for, different opportunities and different things. But if it's not God's will, I don't want it. And I make that very clear. That's a book. I'm in the process of finishing a book right now. And I talk about that. If it's not God's will, I don't want it to be my will, because my will needs to be in alignment with God's will. And so that's such a beautiful point that you're making, Sharon. I'm so glad that you're here today. Be the real you. Mother Lofton said, be the real you. And Mother Lofton is in charge of our state women's department within the second jurisdiction of the Church of God in Christ. And there are hundreds of women that are going to be exposed to this broadcast. She said, make sure that you be the real you. And she loves that point that you're making. Be the real you. Everybody's typing that. Be the real you. Be the real you. Great, great point, Dr. Sher. Be the real you. Well, wow. This has been very enlightening hour, huh? I think. We got a lot accomplished in a short period of time. What do you ladies think?
Yes, we did. You did. Thank you.
Oh my God. I've truly enjoyed. If anybody else enjoyed this as much as I did, put a heart or a 5 in the comment section. Put a 5 or a heart in the comment section. If you've learned something today and you've benefited from one of these things that these lovely ladies have shared on today's broadcast, they are the authors of, and I know Dr. Jerry had another interview today as well, but I want someone to say what you're seeing right here on this image. Let's pull it back up again. And who's going to be the spokesperson? Don't all speak at once. Okay, go ahead, Lee. Lee,
All right.
lady over there. Tell us what we're seeing right here.
Okay, so what we are seeing is the front and back cover of My Walk Past Hell, our anthology that will be coming out at the end of April. And what you see on the screen is that woman walking through that fire, walking through hell, because she has made it. She is making it to the other side. And on the back of the cover, you see all of the contributing and featured authors for this anthology. And I tell you, ladies, be ready for the fire, because these stories are going to change your life.
Wow. There you have it in a nutshell. The book is being released in April. And when it's released, I'm sure that you guys are going to be told right here on the Kim Jacobs Show exactly how you can get a copy of it. But these are some of the authors, 6 of the authors. Oh, here, I see you backstage. Let's see if you might sing us out, Valerie. So I'm going to see how that can work. Get one more tune in your spirit, okay? But anyway, these are some of the contributing authors. There are 30 total authors talking about My Walk Past Hell, and it's spearheaded by Dr. Yolanda Jerry, who was also on here with us today. On tomorrow, I have a guest that's coming on talking about grief and loss. So make sure that you tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The discussion will be around grief and loss, becoming a survivor from the brokenness of losing a loved one. So Dr. Margaret is going to be deep diving into that topic, and she knows exactly what she's talking about. So make sure that you tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, if you have not subscribed to the Kim Jacobs Show, I encourage you to take a moment to do that right on our YouTube channel, and we'll put the link right here in the comment section for you. If you haven't purchased merchandise, we have plenty of merchandise available. I am a mother dreamer. And we also have I Watch the Kim Jacobs Show. We have t-shirts and mugs. So we'll put all of those links on there for you to be able to do that. And I am excited. Any closing comments? You know how you come on a show, Sher and Lee and Jill and Mavis and Valerie and Rita, and you're like, you know, dog, I meant to say this one thing and I didn't say it. If so, you want to unmute yourself and go ahead and say it right quick.
Life is too short to not do what you want to do. Go do it. Do it or not do it. There is no try.
Oh God, are we like twins, Sher? I actually say this all the time. I tell people stop saying try. Either try to sit down or try to stand up. You're going to do one or the other. You're not going to try to sit down. Either you're standing or you're sitting. Oh my gosh, you're like we're kindred spirits. Seriously. Okay, go ahead, Lee. Any closing thought?
Yeah, so my closing thought would be for everyone listening, show up, show out, and change the game.
I love, I told y'all backstage that I'm trying to be professional and not act like I'm one of your tribe, because I'm not one of the tribe, right? I'm the host. But then you guys get on here and say this stuff and it makes me feel so like relaxed and at ease. It's throwing me off.
You are part of the tribe. You are part of the tribe. You are part of us. We're going to just adopt you and bring you in. You are part of the tribe.
Gosh, I love you ladies. Okay, Rita, unmute yourself and tell us a closing thought.
Absolutely. Believe in yourself, regardless of what anybody else says. Don't be conceited, but be convinced.
Don't be conceited, but do y'all like spend time coming up with these quotes? This is great. Don't be conceited, but be convinced. Woohoo! Okay, Mavis, unmute yourself.
The closing remark that I would like to say is from voiceless to speeches. From voices to speeches.
From voice, say it again.
From voiceless to speeches.
What does that mean? Tell us so everybody walk away understanding.
That even when the enemy tried to choke my voice and choke me out, and I just see some people that the enemy is trying to choke them out. But you can go from being voiceless to speeches, to standing before nations and telling your story.
Woo!
Turning that pain into praise.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Jill.
All right, I'm unmuted. So basically, there is power in your pain. And that is what I get from walking past hell. Anything that you have done, there is the beauty of that breakthrough that you go through. So I just want to encourage everyone out there today that no matter what you're going through, always know that God is with you to protect you, and He's always there. Just learn how to search within yourself, you know, to find that love, that peace, that happiness, everything, that joy, you know, everything that makes you you, and start manifesting that. Start making things happen. Speak daily affirmations. Look in the mirror and really love the person that you see.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Okay, okay. And let me put Dr. Jerry, because we're going to close out with you, Valerie, but let me put Dr. Jerry's comment up here. She said, not all pain is a sign of something wrong. Sometimes it's proof that you are evolving and breaking free. Oh, yeah. That's it. That's all it is. All that y'all are saying is just so profound. Oh my goodness. People have said before you get ready to sing out, Valerie, people said, I receive it. I'm convinced. Don't be conceited, but be convinced. And voiceless to speaking. My goodness, that's a sermon, Mavis. Okay. Amen, Mavis. Amen. Power in your pain. Power in your pain. Great job. Great job. Voiceless to speeches. Voiceless to speeches. Yes. Okay. And y'all are bringing it. Y'all are bringing it. Yes. Break free. Break free. Pain to, okay, y'all, this is everything. Yolanda Jerry, come through. Yes. All right. We have the distinct honor and privilege to have Valerie Mcknight-Brooks close us out today here on this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. I personally want to say thank you to all of you authors of My Walk Past Hell. You are phenomenal women. You're each invited to come back on the Kim Jacobs Show, and let's spend that hour together and just talk about your business, about your entrepreneurship, your dreams, your goals, whatever it is. We can deep dive for a whole hour. But I am excited. My mom said, good gracious, thank y'all for all the quotes. Amazing, amazing stories from my sister circle. Love from Mississippi, Sandy says. All right. Wow, everybody, be sure to tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to close out with Valerie, if you don't mind, Valerie. And if I'm putting you on the spot and it's embarrassing you, please let me know that now.
I'm not embarrassed about anything.
Okay, because I'm like, Lord, I done put you on the spot. If I did, we can close out a different way. I got another little clip.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Okay, Valerie, then sing us out and have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Close us out, Valerie.
This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. The Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made.